Yes! Good morning, 7th graders, and I can say good morning to you guys because I see you every morning, so except for every other Wednesday. Today we are learning how to graph proportional and non-proportional relationships. We'll be able to look at a graph and say this graph is proportional because of such and such, or this graph is not proportional because of such and such. All right. There will be screen recording because it's going to be hard for me to do a graph on here and show you guys. I might can do it. I'll try. But be looking for a screen recording and some narration. If you have questions, like always, raise your hand. I'll come help you. If you're virtual, email me. All right. Get ready. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to give you a little trick. What makes a graph proportional? What makes a graph non-proportional? So if we have, let me get a marker. Sorry, guys. I should have been more prepared. If we have a graph, and y'all know typical graphs have, you have one, it's just two number lines that intersect. 3, 4, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this, it works for negatives too, if it was negative. I just chose this. And we have this little thing where these two lines meet, right? And then it's -1, -2, -1, right? But what is right here? What is that right there? What is that called? What's that called? I'll wait. I'm waiting. Starts with an O. Origin. Okay? Origin is, I like to say, short for originates. So it originates. So where did you originate from? You originated from your mother and your father. You started there, okay? This number line originates right here, which is what? What is the origin? It is always 0, 0. Always. The origin on coordinate planes is always 0, 0. I don't care if you go to college. The origin is 0, 0. Okay? 0, 0. So in order for a graph, sorry, I'm going to use Doo Doo Brown. That's all I got. In order for a graph to be proportional, non-proportional, it must travel through 0, 0. If it travels through 0, 0, it is proportional. So if you want to write that down, travels or goes through, whatever you want, travels through. Don't you love my little messy handwriting? Through the origin, 0, 0, okay? If a graph never goes through 0, 0, say it starts, it goes through 2. That is a non-proportional graph because it does not travel through 0, 0, or the origin, where it originates, where two things come together and make one. It originates there. That's where it started, okay? So I think that you're going to think this is super easy now that you know this little tip and trick. Yeah? All right, guys. If you have a question, email or raise your hand. Forgot to mention one thing. It also has to be a straight line. It can't be go through 0, 0, then take a sharp dive or do a curved line. It has to be a straight line and travel through 0, 0, the origin. So I apologize I didn't make that clear about the straight line. It has to be a straight line, go through 0, 0. All right, guys. So what I want to do is I want to read this question right here. It says a car's gas mileage is 30 miles per gallon. Determine whether the number of miles driven is proportional to the number of gallons by graphing on a coordinate plane. Explain your reasoning. All right, so what we need to do first is we need to make a table, and I hope that you can see me because I can't see my recording right now. We need to make a table to see. And the way to test it is you can do it this way or you can do it long ways. Let's just do it long ways. because if you go back and look at some things, it'll be a long ways. Okay, so we have mileage, miles, and then gallons. Okay. All right, so we'll say that if you're driving 0 miles, so it says it's 30 miles a gallon. So 0 miles, you're going to use 0 gallons of gas. If you drive 30 miles, you're going to use 1 gallon of gas. If you drive, let's see, if you use 2 gallons of gas, you'll have gone 60 miles. And then if you use 3 gallons of gas, you'll have gone 90 miles. Okay, now, since this is 0 miles, 0 gallons, it's going to pass through the origin, but not only that, it's going to make a straight line, okay, because let's choose a different color. It is times 30 each time, okay, so 0 times 30 is 0, 1 times 30 is 30, 2 times 30 is 60, yes, and then 3 times 30 is 90, all right? So it is a constant, it's going by the same every time, so this would be proportional, okay? I hope you guys don't have any questions on that. We have this problem right here, and it says, if you're reading it, it says the cost of a fitness club is shown in the table. Determine whether the cost is proportional to the number of months by graphing on the coordinate plane, and then we need to explain our reasoning. So if I do that really quickly, I have months and cost, and I'm just going to put dollars, okay, months and cost. Your first month is going to cost you $45, okay? Second month is $75. Third month is $105. Fourth month is $135. And let's do one more. Fifth month, $165. I don't need to do all of that. Okay. So actually, let me erase some of this. All right, now look. You would assume, okay, if I go 0 months starting out, it would be $0. Not necessarily. So if you look at this over here, I hope you can see my mouse moving, this coordinate plane. If we were to plot these points, and I can't really do that here, but if we went to 1, if we went over to 1, because these are really, if you look at it, these are X's and Y's. This is my X coordinate and my Y coordinate, right? So if I go over, because you walk across the lobby before you go up. Remember, take the elevator. You got to walk across your lobby to get to the elevator before you can go up or down. Okay, so if we go to 0 and we go over 1 and then we go up to 45, there's not really 45, but it would be like right here where this 50 is, okay? And then if we went to 75, we went over to 2 and we go up to 75 right here. Okay, so it looks kind of like straight right now. But if I drag my mouse through it, I can see, I wish I could click on this without making it start talking. But if you see, you can click, if you go through, it doesn't look like it's going through 0 to me at this point. So it's looking like it's going to be non-proportional. It looks like it's going to be a straight line, but it's probably not going to be very proportional. So what we need to do is we need to look at the information that is given, okay? By going, okay, so 165, how do I get from 165 to 135? It would be minus 30. Will get me there, right? 165 minus 30, oh, I'm sorry, is 35, right? Is 135. I'm sorry, that's what I want, right? I want 135. Okay, so that was minus 30. Then, if I take away 30 here, it's 105. Okay, so then it is minus 30. So it's kind of looking like it's proportional, but we'll see. Then, minus 30 would be 65. Okay, so that's not what I need. I need to figure out how do I get to 75. What's 105 minus 75? Now tell me. Should be 30, but 5 minus 5 is 0. So that's minus 20 right here. So right here, I already can tell that they're not going up by the same amount each time. 30, 30, 20. Let's see. 175 minus 20 is 5, 55. Okay, so that's not even going up. So that wasn't right. So let's see. Let's subtract 75 and 45. And that'll tell us 0, 3. So then it's again minus 30. So if it's 30, 30 minus 20, if it was minus 30 right here, it would go through at 15. So it'd be 0 months, $15. So maybe it was $15 to sign up, okay? So as you see that this relationship will be a non-proportional relationship because it's not going to travel through 0, 0, and it's not going up by the same amount each time. So eventually it will be a very crooked line. All right. If you have questions, raise your hand.